feminism in the 80s. Sisters Under the Skin.
Bye, Tim. I'll see you later. I'll be back about midnight. Tuesday nights, if I'm down in London and have to come up to Norfolk, are always fairly chaotic, dodging the traffic, loading the car up and setting off. Tim thinks I'm crazy driving all that way just for the evening, and sometimes we don't even get round to doing it.
It's like going to a fancy dress party. On your way there, you think, oh, I don't know, I don't really want to go. Oh, I can't be bothered, oh. But once you get there and you get into the feeling of it, you're gone, you know, you're solid gone. You're all there up front and you've got your cigarettes down your garter, and it's just good fun. It's a good fun thing to do.
Lala, have you done your homework?
Yes.
How was your rehearsal today, anyway?
It was all right.
Only all right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Be good. Bye-bye.
See you later.
Bye-bye. Get an early night.
Bye.
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 Bye-bye, my love.
Bye-bye.
Be good.
Mm-hmm.
90% of the things that I do every day are the boring, ordinary, mundane things that people do every day. So it's very, very nice for me to spend the other 10% of my time doing something frivolous and glamorous and exciting. And that just manages to maintain a balance in my life, which is what everybody should have. I'm Claire. I'm 36 years old. I teach contemporary jazz dance and aerobics. Like most little girls, I dreamed of being a ballet dancer, but I suppose being a Cancan dancer is probably the next best thing.
My name's Anthea, I'm 16. I'm in the process of leaving school at the moment and I've just finished my exams. I'm going to be an actress, and I am going to be an actress.
I'm Sue. I moved to London in September to live with Tim. No sooner had I arrived, I discovered a farm and a riding stable and immediately got my Wellingtons out again.
My name is Naomi. I've been dancing the Cancan since I was 13. I'm now 20. I've just enrolled at London Studio Centre. I'm going to give it everything I've got.
I'm Katie. I spent 2 years travelling around Africa, Basborough in Switzerland, and now I'm back around here. I do social work because that's the work I enjoy.
My name's Mariah. I live in a small village near Bungay. I do the Cancan because I love music and dancing and dressing up.
My name is Gabby. I've been dancing the Cancan for 3 years. I stopped rehearsing until 4 months after my daughter Coco was born, and now she comes too.
My name is Evelyn. I work as a freelance illustrator. But at the moment, I'm designing a series of cards inspired by the Cancan.
My name is Lynn. I live a very quiet life apart from the Cancan, as most of my time is taken up with the children.
My name's Francesca, and I've lived in Suffolk all my life. I do some modelling for my mother, who's a portrait painter. I've always wanted to be a war correspondent, but I haven't found any courses at college for that yet.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to propose a toast, if you've all got your glasses, to the young Miss Campbell. May she have long health and the charm of her mother.
Lily Eliza. To Lily Eliza. May she be a Cancan girl.
Oh, the babies are crying. If you ask Suffolk farmers what they remember most about the 1977 Bungay Horse Fair, it won't be horse flesh. It'll be the interesting display of hindquarters discovered in the peep show. 12 years later, the naughty girls have evolved into the Suffolk Cancan girls, kicking with just as much gusto and slightly more decorum.
We were very raunchy in those old days, very naughty. We had a big banner saying, this is where the naughty girls perform. Remember that?
Yes, I do, yeah.
And that's how it all started. It's been running for that long. The first fee for the Bungay May Horse Fair was just £35, and out of that we had to buy all our dresses and makeup and knickers and what have you. So we decided to bottle it, and that means encouraging the audience to throw some money, which we did. And they used to give us pound notes, stuff them into our bras and tip them into all the coins into our dresses, and that's how we survived, and into our suspenders. It usually was the £5 notes that went there. You that lost on knickers that time, though. That was French Christine, wasn't it?
No, I didn't. It really
and she was doing her lovely high kicks, I think. Oh, high kicks, and all of a sudden we did one can with crutchless Victorian bloomers to be sort of a bit naughty, and they just flew off. It was fantastic. They just flew off, and the audience went crazy, you know. And she just ran. I said, carry on, carry on. Just ran off the stage.
A little while ago, we had what has now come to be known as the Great Knicker Debate. We hadn't quite made up our minds what our underwear should look like. And at one point in time, we were wearing very little black briefs and black suspenders, which at night, maybe in a nightclub, was reasonably acceptable. But if you had a gig during the day at a country fair or something, it certainly wasn't acceptable and was quite distasteful, in fact. So at one point, we wore black French knickers, which were okay, but they certainly weren't pretty enough. And so we sat down and we talked about the underwear and discussed what we thought we should do. And we came up with the design of the current knickers. Big, white, frilly, and very covering. And the funny thing is, although they're larger and expose much less body, they are so flattering and so pretty that I think they add so much to the raunchiness of the dance. We do, in a way, have to be careful. There is a dividing line between being raunchy, sexy, or rude. And at a party, perhaps, where somebody wants something titillating, slightly raunchy, they wouldn't necessarily want a stripper or something that was blatantly rude, but they want something exciting. And that's where we come in, because we perhaps are flirtatious and glamorous enough, but not so much so that women find it distasteful or feel threatened by it.
These are a little bit too long.
I now want you to give a very special warm Henham Festival welcome to the one and onlys. No, there's more than one. To the two and onlys, Cancan dancers. you kick your leg. Come on, kick them up. Hey, got in your hands with your partner.
It gives me a chance to break away from the mundane, everyday things that I do and become utterly gorgeous. When I put on the dress and I put on the makeup and I put on the feathers, I'm not worrying about whether I'm too fat or I'm too thin or I've got a line here or a line there. I feel so good when I've got it all on that it then gives me a chance to go and project that feeling of being beautiful, of being gorgeous, and actually show it off to other people.
We did a gig at the Hammersmith Palais with Bad Manners, which was chaotic. It was a very large audience, mainly skinheads. And at one point, I was on the edge of the stage, and just as I was spinning to kick, I saw a particularly ghastly-looking skinhead just climbing up in front of me. And as I raised my leg to kick, I just caught him off balance, and he flew through the air and landed back down again in the audience. We also did a big skinhead rally. The crowd just looked somehow very ugly en masse. They were all khaki coloured. There were no bright colours, and they were all in lines in the front of the stage, and they spat onto the stage so that when we had to do the splits, the stage was all sticky. And at one point, the dressing room was quite away from the stage, and we had a minibus that we'd hired, and I think there were three of us. I can't remember who, Claire, Gabby and myself, I think, driving through to get to back to the dressing rooms, and it was really frightening. We couldn't, because the crowd was so thick, we had to drive very slowly, and they were climbing all over the van and hammering on the windows and on the roof, and it was very, very frightening. I felt very vulnerable and maybe slightly, probably one of the few times when I felt I was maybe being provocative dressed like that. That was very frightening.
I don't enjoy flashing my knickers, no. Not at the beginning of the dance, I don't like doing that, but once we've actually got into it, and if the audience is encouraging and there's a lot of comeback and everyone's enthusiastic about it, then obviously you get much raunchier towards the end.
And of course there's a kind of cheekiness about it, you know, we all like cheeking about and, you know, putting the cigarettes down the garter or doing our own particular little flirtatious piece. But it's not meant purely to be flirtatious, it's fun for us, and if other people enjoy it, well, fantastic. And if they don't, well, they must be dead boring.
I really want a quiet life. This is just, you know, there's somebody said something once about the stage being the shy person's revenge on the world. Well, that would apply to me, because I wouldn't normally do